Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Jawadwala, working as Assistant Professor for Department of Information Technology, Vidyavardhani's College of Engineering and Technology, Vasai. In today's video lecture, I am going to explain you Python arrays. Okay, let's move ahead. So the points which we are going to understand in this video lectures is first one, what is array? Second one, advantages of array. Third one, how to create an array. Next one, importing the array module in Python program. Next, very important concept, that is indexing and slicing on Python arrays. And then processing the Python arrays. So we'll discuss each point in detail in next few slides. Okay. So first is, what is array in Python? What is the definition of array, right? An array is an object that store a group of element or value of same data types. It means array is a container which store the similar type of data elements. So there are 2 points one should remember in case of arrays in Python, right? The first one, arrays can store only one data type. It means we can store only integer type element or only float type element or only any other data types of element in an array, right? Second important point regarding Python array is arrays can be increase or decrease their size dynamically. It means we need not declare the size of the array at initial point. When the elements are added, it will increase the size, and when the elements are removed, it will automatically decrease the size in the memory. Okay, so everything is done automatically in case of Python array. Now we'll discuss now the advantages of advantages of using array in Python, right? The first advantage is arrays are like list. The main difference is that the arrays can store only one type of element, whereas the list can store a different types of elements. This is the only difference between array and list, right? Next one, when dealing with the huge number of element, arrays uses less memory than list, and they offer faster execution than the list. The execution of array take less time than the list. Next one, the size of array is not fixed in Python. Hence, we need not specify how many elements are going to store into array in the beginning. It's a dynamic. Okay. Now, next point, arrays can grow and shrink in memory dynamically during runtime. Okay. And the last point, methods that are useful to process the element of an array are available in array module. Means we are having some ready-made array module to process an array in Python. So these are the some of the advantage of using Python arrays. Now here we are trying to understand how to create an array in Python, right? So syntax for creating array in Python is, first we write the array name, then equals to array, and then in the small bracket first argument is a type code, and second one in the square brackets we need to give the elements, right? For example, here I can write a is equals to array and in the bracket I 4629. So what is type code over here? Type code is represent the types of elements stored in the array. The small I represent integer type, means I am creating the elements as a integer type in the array, right? And this array is a name of the class. Okay, and using the class name we are creating array. The name of the array is A. So everything in the Python is object. Okay, so here using this we are creating a small a as a object. Which type of object? Array object using array class. And the type of element stored in array object is integer, and we are storing four element over here, that is 4, 6, 2, and 9, right? If we change the type code, instead of I, suppose I write small f, then it represent the float type array. Okay, where we can store number with decimal point. The important types codes are given in this table. So this table will brief us about the type code which we can use while creating an array, right? So first column is type code, how we can represent. These are the keyword. Small b is nothing but the sign integer, and the minimum size in bytes required to store the integer sign integer array is 1. Likewise, capital B indicate unsigned integer. Okay, small I integer, I represent sign integer. It required 2 bytes to store. Likewise, capital I you can use instead of small I. Then next one is small L is for sign integer, but the number of bytes are 4 bytes. And likewise, you can use capital L instead of small L, right? Next one is small f. F is for floating point, and the size is 4 bytes. You can use 4 bytes array size for storing the floating point. Likewise, small d is for double precision floating point, and the number of bytes required is 8 bytes. And likewise, small u is for Unicode character, and it require 2 bytes in the memory. Means u is useful. Suppose I want to create an array of character, right? Then I can use small u. So this is all about how we can create a Python array, right? Now, in the previous slide, we are using array module to create array, right? To use this module, we must first import array module into our program, right? So before writing a program for accessing array in Python, we must import array module, right? So there are three ways to import the array module in your Python program. First way is to import the entire array module using the import statement. I can write import an array, means entire array module is import over here, right? When we import the array module, we are able to get the array class of the module that help us to create the array, right? So if we write this syntax, then how we create an array? A is equals to array dot array, and in the bracket type code and then element, right? The first array represent the module name, right? And the second array represent the class name, right? When we are creating object of array class, right? To store a similar kind of elements in array. This is the first way, right? The second way of importing the array module is to give it an alias name. Means suppose I can write import array as AR. So instead of writing array module, I can use an alias AR is a short name of array module. So how we can create an array? A is equals to AR dot array. So first AR is a aliasing of array module, right? And second array is a name of the class. Okay, so this is the aliasing method for importing an array module. This is second one, right? And the third way of importing the array module is to write from array import and then asterisk sign, right? Star sign. The star symbol represent all. The meaning of this statement is import all the classes, object, variable, etc. from array module, right? So if we import all the classes, object and variable using this, so how we can create an array? A is equals to array I, means no need to write the module name dot class name. We directly write A is equals to array I, right? So here name array represent the class name that is available from the array module, right? Now it is the point for now it is a time for demonstration. Let's write a Python program to create an integer type array with some integer elements, right? So I will show you two programs here. 15.py and 16.py show how to create an integer type array. Okay. So let's wait. As you all know, we're writing our all Python program using Notepad editor. So I start Notepad editor, Notepad++ over here, right? So name of my program is 14.py. Let's open this program. Open is there in SDP folder, right? Name of the program is 15.py. I open this, right? So this is the simple program to create an array. First import array and then a is equals to array dot array and the type code is integer and 1 2 3, right? And using for loop I'm going to display the element present in the array, right? So this is a first method of importing array. Okay, so as you all know how to run the Python program, I start my command prompt and move to the Python SDP folder, right? And you know how to run the program. Just write name of the program .py. Okay. So system will display the element present in the array. Okay. So this is very simple program how to import an array module and how to create an object of array, right? And how to display the element present in the integer array, right? Next program, it is 16.py. Let's see what is there in the 16.py program. The similar program as previous 15.py, but here we are using third method of importing array module. I'm writing from array import and star means all the modules, classes, object, functions are importing here, and a is equals to array I1 2 3. So instead of writing array.array, I just write array and then type code in 1 2 3, and using for loop I'm going to display the element present in the array A, right? So I'm going to run this program here. Name of the program is 16.py. Okay, the output is same as the previous program. Okay, so let's jump to the presentation part again. Okay, so hope you understand how to create simple array, integer array using two programs 15.py and 16.py. Now let's write another program to see how to create an array with a group of characters and display the element of the array, right? This program is shown in 17.py. Okay, so we'll start the 17.py program now. I already write all the programs and store for you student. 17.py, right? So here we are creating an array with characters, right? Third method I'm using for importing array module. From array import star and then I creating object ARR of array class, and here type code is Unicode, means I'm going to store the character value. So A, B, C, D, E. Total 5 characters are going to store in the array module, and if I write print array, then it will print the entire character array. And suppose I want to display the element, one element in each line, then I need to use the for loop. I need to write for loop for ch in array. Ch is a loop variable which process the ARR object, and it will print the element one by one in each line. Okay, let's run this program. That is 17.py. Okay, I will minimize this screen and let's see. The first print statement will print the entire array, right? Array U and A, B, C, D, E, right? And next print statement will print the each and every character present in array in next line using for loop. Okay, hope you understand this program, how to process character array. Okay, next one. Now it is possible to create an array from another array. Okay, so in Python it is possible to create one array from another array. So a Python program to create one array from another array is shown in 18.py. Let's see 18.py program. I open 18.py. Okay, so this is your 18.py program. Sorry. This is my 18.py program, student, right? So this program is for creating one array from another array. From array import star, right? I create one array ARR1 of type decimal, and 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are stored here, right? Of type decimal. Now I'm using same type code and multiply each element of array 1 with 3. Means I'm creating another array, say array 2. And what are the element of array 2? The element of array 2 is similar as array 1 element, means type code of array 2 is same as array 1, but difference is the element of array 2 is multiplied by 3 with each element of array 1. So I write array 2 array and array 1 dot type code, means type code is similar as array 1, that is decimal, and here comma sign, and in parenthesis I'm writing a into 3. This is the variable n which create the element of array 2, right? And how we can obtain it? Using for loop for a in AR1. ARR1 means every element of array 1, right? The first element 1.5 is multiplied by 3 and store in first index of array 2. Likewise 2.5 multiplied by 3 minus 3.5 multiplied by 3 and 4 multiplied by 3. And suppose I want to display the element present on array 2, I use for loop over here, right? So let's run this program. The name of the program is 18.py, student. Okay, so I write 18.py. So these are the element, right? So the elements are multiple of 3, as you see here. So here the element is 1.5 multiplied by 3 is 4.5, then 7.5 minus 10.5 and 12.0. Why 12.0? Because the array type is a decimal. Okay. So again we continue with our presentation. So hope you understand how to create an array using different type codes, and how to create one array with another array with the help of another array. All right. Now next point we are discussing here is indexing and slicing on arrays. So indexing and slicing is very important concept regarding array. So first understand what is index. An index represents the position number of an element in array, right? For example, I'm writing one integer array x here. X is equals to array is an integer array I, and here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So what happened? Python interpreted allocate 5 blocks of memory, right? In each of 2 bytes. For type code integer, each element is for storing each element, the interpreter required 2 byte size to store an element, right? So this figure shows the arrangement of element of array X. So X0 store 10, x1, x2, x3, and x4. So here what I want to say is x0 means index 0. It represents the first element. The array index is always start with the 0. x0, x1, x2, x3, and x4. x4 means the fifth element, right? And suppose we want to find out the number of element in array, we can use the len function, right? This n is equals to len, and in the bracket name of the array x means it will give you the number of element present in the array, right? So in program 19.py, we are showing how to access the element of array using index. So indexing, how indexing take place in Python, we'll see in the 19.py program, right? So let's open 19.py program here, right? File open, I type 19.py, okay. So this program is for accessing element of an array using index, right? I am importing the array module. I create one array x with the 5 element, and the len function will give me the size of array, right? I'm using for loop for I in range n, right? So you already know the range data type, right? Range n function will return the size of the element, right? And print xi, it will print the element, and every element is separated by the space, right? And suppose we are not using and in this statement, then every element will be printed in next line, next line, next line. Okay. So let's run this program. Name of my program is 19.py. Okay. So every element is separated by the space. And suppose I modify this instead of and, right? Instead of and, suppose I write, let's see, tab. As you know, indentation is very important here, right? Program should be properly indented here, because in Python there is no brackets. So I modify this program, save it, and run it, right? 19.py. Every element is printed. So by default, new line is embedded in the print statement in Python, right? So in this way, you can use the concept of indexing in Python array. Okay. Just wait. Okay. So next one is slicing on arrays. So what do you mean by slice first? A slice represent a piece of array, whereas the indexing is useful to retrieve the element by element from the array. Slicing is useful to retrieve a range of element from the array. So what is the general format of a slicing? Slice operator is you write array name and the square bracket, 3 arguments are there, or I can say 3 items are there. First one is start, colon, stop, column, stride. So here we can eliminate any one or two in the items, right? So I can use the operator with either start or stop or stride or any one, right? So suppose I write, for example, array 1 comma 4 means 1 is nothing but your start item, right? And 4 is nothing but your stop. So the above slice gives the element starting from the first to third, first to third from the array. Name of the array is ARR. Start from the first means array index start with the 0. So it will display the element from second to third element, right? Next, counting of the element start from 0, right? And all the items start, stop, and stride represent an integer number, either positive or negative. The value of start, stop, and stride may be the positive integer or maybe the negative integer, right? And the item stride represent step size. The step size represented by the stride, and it is excluding the starting element, right? So to understand how we can perform slicing operation on array, we will write a Python program where we take an array X and we perform the slicing operation on array X. And the result of slicing operation will be stored in new array Y, right? So in program 20.py, we are using two array. First is array X and second one is array Y. So Y is nothing but the result of slicing operation of array X, right? So 20.py program is very important regarding the slicing operation on Python array. Let's see 20.py program here. So this is my 20.py program. Hope it is visible to all of you. We'll jump to the start line, right? So this is a Python program that helps to know the effect of slicing operations on the array, right? The very first statement, you know, we need to import the array module, and then X is equals to array I 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. I'm creating one array X with the 5 elements of type integer, right? So here I create array Y with the element from first to third from X. So I'm using the slicing operator over here. Y is equals to X and the square bracket 1 colon 4. So 1 is my start, 4 is my stop. Means the array will start from the first element to the third element. The first element means 0th element, and this is my first element 20 and 30. And let's run this program. The name of the program is 20.py. Okay, the 3 item is going to print over here. I just minimize this. Right, the first print Y statement will display the 3 element. Start from 20. Start from 20 means array index start from 0. So here I'm writing 1. So it will start displaying the element from second element to 3 element 20, 30, and 40. 20, 30, and 40 will be displayed using the first printf statement. Right, now next one, create an array Y with element from 0 till the end, means entire X. This is the copy. Print Y means the element of Y is similar as element of X. So I can write print Y is equals to X, start from 0 to, I'm not writing anything after the colon, means till the end of the elements, right? So check here, the second print statement will display the entire array X, right? Next one, create an array Y with the element from 0 to the third from X, right? So I'm not writing anything over here. Y is equals to X, and in the square bracket, the start is not there. Start is not there means element start from the 0th index. And 4 means the stop up to 4 minus 1, third element. So 0 to third from X means it will display 10, 20, 30, and 40 using this statement. Okay, this is my third printf statement, print statement. Now next one, line number 13, create an array Y with last 4 element from X. Last 4 element, right? Suppose I want to display 20, 30, 40, and 50, right? So I write y is equals to x and in the bracket -4 and then colon and nothing, right? So -4 indicate I am going to print the element from -4, means -1 indicate the last element, -1, -2, -3 and -4, means start printing the element from 20 to the last element. What is the last element over here? 50, means array index start with the 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is the negative index. All of you please note it, right? Okay. Now next printf statement, I write y is equals to x -4 to -1, means what? Create a y with last 4 element, right? Last 4 elements with 3. So it will display 20, 30 and 40. 20, 30 and 40. Start from the last one till -1. -1 and -1 -1 means -2. So how many element it will display? -2 up to 40. Start from -4, -3 and -2. So the output is 20, 30 and 40, right? And suppose I want to create the last print one. I write y is equals to x and all 3 items are 0. Are written over here 0, 7 and 2. 0 indicate the array will start with the first element. 7 means till 7th element and step size is 2. Step size is 2 means what? Excluding first element, it will start printing the element with the step size of 2, right? So first it will display 10 and then 30 and then 50, right? And after that no elements are present, so only 3 elements, alternate elements are displayed over here, 10, 30 and 50. Okay, so hope you understand all the slicing operation over here. So we are having 3 items in slicing operation, that is start, stop and step size. An item value can be positive and negative or 0 itself. Okay, so this program is very important. I will give you line of code. You just compile this program on your system. Accordingly, you need to modify the index value and check what is the output. Okay. Okay. Just move to the presentation part again. Now next one, just like indexing, slicing can also be used to retrieve element from an array, right? So 21.py we are displaying only a range of element from array X. Suppose one array is already there, X array, and I want to display some range of element from X. So it is possible in the Python, right? So we'll move to the program 21.py now. This is my 21.py program. Okay, using slicing to display the element of the array, right? So first element from array import X, we are importing the array module. I'm creating one array X with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 element. Start from 10 to 70 integer element. And suppose I want to display the element from second to fourth only. So I can use the for loop here for I in X, and I'm using slicing operation over here 2 to 5, right? So it will display the second to fourth element only. Okay, let's run this program. The name of the program is 21.py. Okay, system will display second, third and fourth element. Okay, second, third and fourth element. So what is the second element over here? Array index start with 0, 0, 1 and 2, 30, right? 30, 40, and up to fifth element. 50 it will display. So in this way, we can display the range of element using slicing operation. So hope you understand the concept of indexing and slicing well. One second. Now next point is processing the array, right? So array class of array module in Python offers methods to process an array easily. So we are having several methods defined in array class. So programmer can easily perform certain operation by using that ready-made methods available in the array class. So this is the beauty of the Python program, right? So many modules methods are ready-made available. We just drag and drop that methods in our program and use it, right? So we should understand that a method is like a function that perform a specific task. So in Python, we are having two terms, function and method, right? So function and methods are similar thing, right? So what is the difference between function and method in Python? Methods are written inside the class, whereas the function can be written inside and outside the class, right? So this is the only difference. So I can say methods and functions are written. We can write function and method to do some specific task, right? So if we write a function inside the class, then it will become the method, right? So methods are generally called as name of the object and then method name, right? Suppose I want to use some methods defined in array class, then first I need to create an array object, and using that array object, I need to call the array methods. So we are having several ready-made method available in the array class. So next slide will display the ready-made array methods available in the array class. Okay, so these are the list of methods available in the array class, right? So let's understand this table. This table is very important for processing the array, right? The first one, the append method, right? I'm calling the append method using the name of the object a dot append, and in the bracket I'm using one element. So what is the use of this? Add an element x at the end of the existing array a, right? Suppose I want to add an element in array, then I can use this method. So this is the first method. Second one, a count x. So it will return the number of occurrence of x in the array a, right? So how many times the number x is present in array, the count will give you that things, right? The next method is extend x, means it appends x at the end of array a. X can be another array or an iteratable object, right? Here x can be the another array. Suppose I want to concatenate two array, then I can use this, or maybe the x may be the iteratable object, right? Now next method is a dot form file f comma n. It reads n items in binary format from file object f and appends to the end of the array a, right? F must be a file object over here, and it will raise an error, a EOF error, if the fewer than items are read. So if you are using file handling concept, then this one is very important, right? And next method is a form list, means it appends item from the list to the end of the array. List can be in any list or iteratable object. Suppose I want to append an item of list to an array, then I can use this statement. So here you need to remember the list which I want to append in array. The element of list are of the similar type, right? Next one, a dot form string est, right? So this method appends item from string s to the end of the array a, right? So I can even append the item from a string to the array, right? Next one, a dot index is x. This is very important. It will returns the position of the number of the first occurrence of x in the array, right? Otherwise, it will raise an error. If the item is not present, then it will raise an error. And suppose x is present multiple time, then this index method will display only the first occurrence of item x, right? Next method, a dot insert I x, insert x in the position I in the array, right? This is the only difference between insert and append, right? Append method will append the item at the end, but while the insert method will insert the value x at specified position given by the I. Okay. Next method is pop method. Pop and x, it removes item x from the array A and return it, right? And a dot pop remove last item from the array A, right? If you are not passing any argument in pop method, it means it will remove the last item. And suppose you mention some item over here, then it will remove the item specified in the pop argument, right? Next one is a dot remove method. It remove the first occurrence of x in the array. And if the item is not present, then it will raise an error, right? Next, very important, reverse method. So this method is used to reverse an element present in array, right? If you know the C programming, then you must aware of the concept that if I want to reverse an element present in array, then I need to write the for loop and I need to apply my logic to reverse an element present in the array. But here it's very simple. I just use the ready-made function available in array module to reverse an element present in the array, right? Next one is to file, writes all the element to the file f, right? Suppose I want to store the element present in array in some file, then I can use it, right? And a dot to list, convert the array A into list. Suppose I want to convert one array to list, then I can use this method. And suppose next method, suppose I want to convert my array to string, then I can use A to string and the bracket. So many big thing can be done using this ready-made function. Okay, so this is the beauty of Python programming. Okay, so apart from the method shown in above table, we can also use the following variables of array class is shown in table below. So we are having two variables which are defined in array module. First one is type code. Again, we need to call it using the array object a dot type code. It represents the type code character used to create an array, right? Means your array is integer type or float type or decimal type of or character type, it will show you. And the second one, a item size, it represent the size of item stored in the array, right, in bytes. Suppose your type code is integer, then it will display in 2 bytes or 4 bytes. Or if it's decimal, then it will display 4 byte or 8 byte. Accordingly, the system will display. So these are the ready-made variable present in array module. You can use it in your program, right? So most of this method are used in program 22.py. So I will show you one program in which all of the method or most of the method are used. So for a better clarity regarding their result, right? So let's move to the program 22.py. Here I'm showing you the program 22.py for explaining various ready-made method available in array module. So if I want to use the array module, then first I need to import it. So these are the operations on array, right? First I create one array. ARR is the array of type integer with the 6 values, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, right? 5 values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, right? So first print statement will print the original array, right? And suppose I want to append 30 to the array, right? I want to append one more element. I want to add one more element 30, and after that again I want to append one more element. So I can use append method. So previously it is 5 element, now it is 7 element, right? So this print statement will give you total 7 element. So let's run this program. Name of this program is 22.py. Okay, I will give you all this program line of code to you so that you can run it in your system. Okay, this is my program 22.py. Okay, so first this is my original array, and after that if I use appending of the array, then it will display the elements. Total 7 elements are there, right? Next one, after insert 99 at position 1. Suppose I want to use insert method. ARR.insert, first argument is a position. First position I want to enter, and 99 means first position means what? Array index start with 0. After 10, 99 will be appended over here, right? So what is the result over here? 10, 99, 30, 40, 50, 30 and 60. This one, right? After inserting 99 in first position. Okay. After that, I'm using remove method, arr.remove 20. So the element 20 will be removed from this array, right? So this is the output 10, 99, 30, 40, 50, 30 and 60. Okay. Next one, I'm using pop function over here, array.pop. So pop function without any argument will remove the topmost element, right? So which element is popped over here? The topmost element is my 60. So 60 will be popped over here. Popped element 60, right? So accordingly, it will display the element. Next one, it will show you. I'm using index operation over here, index method over here. N is equals to array dot index 30, right? It will return me. It will return the array index containing the value 30, right? So 30 is at a second position, right? You can see 30 is at a second position. The system will return the position. So I'm taking the value in n variable and will display it, right? Now next one, I want to convert my array into list. So I can use toList method, right? So it will display list, and this is my array. So what is the difference between list and array over here? List is displayed in the square bracket, and array will display in this format. Array I is a type of element present in the array, and these are the elements. The elements are same, but difference is first one is the list, is a list elements, and this is what? Array elements. Okay. These are some of the important method available in the array module, and this is my demo program for this. Okay. Next, move to the presentation part again. Now, last program I'm showing over here, that is a Python program to storing student marks into an array and finding a total marks and percentage of marks will be shown in 23.py. So this is a simple program using concept of array, right? To store the marks of the student and find out the sum of the marks and their percentage. The name of the program is 23.py. Let's see 23.py over here. This is here, right? So first, very important concept over here, student, is I need to take input from user, right? So my input is stored in one string. I'm using input method to take input from user, enter marks, and every marks is split using space. I'm using a split function over here. Means user should enter the marks using spaces. Suppose I'm entering 5 marks, 5 different marks, then every marks is separated by the space, right? Next one, I'm going to store the marks into marks array, right? So here, first I'm taking input in the string. Now I need to convert the string into the marks array, right? So marks is the name of the array, and int num for num in str, means here I'm using for loop for the variable num, and the value of num is nothing but the value from str, and that str value, you know, is a string, right? So num is my string. I need to convert that num into integer. So int in the bracket number, the int function will convert the number to integer. Num, here num is a string. The string will be converted into integer and going to store in the marks array, right? So in this way, I'm creating one marks array with the integer element, right? So to display the marks and find out the total, I declare one variable sum equals to 0, and I'm using for loop over here for x in marks, print x. It will display all the marks here, and sum is equals to sum plus x. Means some variable will find out the summation of all the elements present in the array. And then I'm using one function, len function, to find out the number of elements present in the array, right? So small n will give you the number of elements in the marks array, and I calculate percent. Percent is equals to sum divided by n. It will give me the percentage. Okay. So this is a very important program regarding array, how to take input as a string and then convert that string to the array and then process each and every element present in the array and find out the summation and then find out the percentage of the marks. Okay, let's run this program. Name of the program is 23.py. Enter marks. So I enter the marks out of say 100, 78, then I write 87, then and I write 45, 3 marks, right? So system will give me the total marks, summation of these 3 marks, and then percentage is 70%. Okay, hope you understand this program, student. So this is the last program of this video presentation. Okay, now next task is for you. Time for programming assignment, student. So based on today's discussion about the array, how to create an array, how to import array module, right? What do you mean by indexing and slicing, and how to process the array? What are the ready-made methods available in array, right? You need to do 5 programming problems are there. Okay. The first program is write a Python program to find out sum of even number present in integer array, right? Second one, write a program to sort an element present in array, right? Then write a program to find out position of array element using index method. Then next one, write a program to reverse the order of the item present in array, and then write a program to get the number of occurrence of a specified element in array, right? If you listen this video presentation carefully, then it's very easy to solve all this problem. Okay, The same program, if you write in C and Java, then it requires so much time. But it is the beauty of Python that ready-made methods are available. I already shared this slide with you, not slide, video presentation with you. All of you go to that table of ready-made methods available and try to solve this programming assignment. And you need to submit it to me. Okay. So this is all about today's presentation. So all the presentation slides are prepared using a book, Dr. Nageshwar Rao, Core Python Programming, second edition, Belay India Kindle edition. Okay, thank you very much. If you are having any queries, then you can mail me on mariam.javadwala@vct.edu.in. Okay, thank you very much.